Hey friends, today I want to do a jewelry sort video, and I have found some gold in a bag, so I wanted to do that today. But I also wanted to show you all the excess jewelry that I'm not keeping, that I always talk about in my videos about donating it or selling it at a yard sale, a garage sale. So this is the tote and a box of, see how big that is? It's like a laundry hamper. Show you my computer. That is all full of jewelry. And I have a yard sale every year, and I sell off what is left. That's all bagged jewelry from bags I don't want. And I did sell a lot off in September. I think I had a yard sale, so that was all sold off. So that's still what I have left. That's at least probably 100 pounds of. I think I weighed it last year. 100 pounds of jewelry. It's crazy that I have that much, especially after selling so much at yard sales. I had a lady this week that wanted to come and dig through it, that came to my yard sale. She just didn't have enough time, so she wanted to dig through it. But I always end up adding new stuff because I get bags like this from secondhand stores. This was $10, and I did see some gold in it, so I'm excited about that. And for 10, usually these bags, they mark them 20. It just depends on which store you go to. Sometimes they're full, tight, you can't move them around, and you can't see what's in them. You kind of have to guess because you can't open them. But this one, the store I'm at now, the new person that's doing the jewelry, there hasn't been a ton of gold and silver in the last year. There's hardly been any. So I think somebody who was doing the jewelry was actually taking it, the gold and silver, and then just bagging the rest of the stuff. So I kind of, in the last couple months, I've gotten a couple bags with gold in it. So that makes me super happy. Okay, I'm going to go really fast. Those are just beads on plastic. They're not exciting. This is a long necklace. That's caught up on there. Oh, gosh. Now I'm going to have to pick up beads. Apparently, it's broken. And their individual strands aren't bad, but it looks to me like somebody just made their own necklace out of the beads. You could buy the beads in chains like this at the store, and it looks like they just bought a whole bunch and put them together to sell. That's pretty funny. I mean, to where they didn't do much with it. Okay, sorry, they're all tangled. All right, I'm afraid to do much with this one because it's leaving beads everywhere. Anyway, that is not a keeper. I will sell that for the beads to somebody who cares. I don't care enough. I used to save the beads for my daughter who did jewelry, but she's not in that phase anymore. And I have enough jewelry from these bags to last me a lifetime. So today I'm wearing a turtle that I got in one of the bags. I don't even remember how long ago. So these are actually, this is another one that's actually just the beads as you buy them as beads before you put them on a necklace or jewelry. So somebody's going to be really happy with the beads, like that. Interesting. It's magnetic, but not really magnetic, so it's probably something bladed. But that is, I will put that in the recycle bin. Any metal that I don't keep, that's not a functional piece of jewelry, I put in the recycle bin. Actually, like this one. So in the recycle bin, gosh, there's just a lot of beads. Just plain beads. Somebody must have done some kind of home jewelry business or something, because all of these have like home beads on them. It's completely broken. This is funny because these are like 50s beads right here. And then there's this one strand that's like a homemade, looks kind of homemade. But together, it actually could have been kind of cute. But once again, it's broken and I don't care. So, okay, here's another. It's a bracelet from kind of like a icing or Claire's or something. Donate. Obviously, it's not real. Broken bracelet. But this one looks interesting. Ooh, I didn't even see this one in the thing. Look at this. And it was so, look, it looks like it could be some kind of a real something or other. So let me get my loop out. Except, look at the jump ring. Is it jump ring or is it? Oh, it looks like it was a new necklace. They pulled that off, maybe. Oh, it's a metal twisty. That's interesting. I didn't see this one in the bag. Let me get that metal twisty off. See if it's holding something together. No, oh, so this was a new necklace that was never worn then, because that's a metal twisty to hold it into a container. So let's look and find out what it is, what it says. Let's see if I can find it and show you if I can get it big enough. That kind of looks plated, actually. Yeah, darn it. It's plated. I was kind of excited for a minute. Although I should have known a real one. A real one wouldn't have a twisty tie on it, would it? Okay, let me just show you how. So usually, like in the day, I was right. It looks plated, but see, it doesn't say like 925 or sterling is usually written on those, but you can kind of see the letters aren't really deep. You can't really see them very well. That's usually an indication of plate, but it sure is pretty. Yeah. You can see it on the back of that too. It's like says IBB, but it's not really deep. Well, we've got a lot of reflection going on, sorry. So I don't know what. And it's magnetic. We should just start it with the magnet from the beginning. Anyway, that's kind of cute. I think my granddaughter will like that. Broken bead, that's not real. A broken bracelet that I'll show you how I know it's not real is because there's no knots in between the, so I don't even need to test them. There's absolutely no way that's real, and it's broken, so I think that's just going to go in the donation and somebody can buy it for the beads if they want it. And that's usually what happens. People will come and they'll buy them for the beads. So, wow, this is humongo. But sometimes these are silver. Sometimes, even though it's got some broken, and when they're broken like this, sometimes I'll just, we've got beads everywhere. Today's a broken bead day. I just cut the strand of broken beads off and then leave the rest, because this is actually not that bad, except that it's shedding beads all over the place. But sometimes these big ones are designer and they are silver. Or they could be plated, but so somewhere on here may or may not be some kind of marking. Usually though, if they are a designer, they have like a tag right here. It could be made in another country, however, because I do think it could be silver, because let me show you. I'm losing beads, sorry. So right here, it's welded. You can see where the like little hole is, but on this side it's welded, so you can't pop it open to get it off. So I do think this is probably made in another country and could be silver. So like Thailand, Africa, Philippines, something like that. So I will just test that a little bit later. I'm in a hurry today, or I might do it on screen, but I'm in a hurry. Okay, we have a broken something or other. And they are obviously not real. So it's kind of a brass clasp on it. A watch that used to be popular like 10 years ago. I have a lady that likes all my watches, so I give them to her. This whole bag is broken, it seems like. So what I'll do is I'll break off the metal and I will put the metal in recycle and then just put the beads in. Somebody wants the beads. This was what I was talking about. You just buy the strands. See, there's a UPC on this one. This is how they come in the craft section. So you just buy the entire strand of bead. So this mostly is that. So you just, all of these beads I was showing you, they're just strands of beads. So people will pay couple dollars per strand. And that's what I was talking about at the beginning. Wow, this is interesting. It's a slide necklace that somebody made out of rag ties, cut rags, muslin. These are kind of fun though. They're just plastic, but my granddaughter would think those are fun. So I'll probably take those off and not keep the rag ties on there and just make a little bead necklace for my granddaughter out of those cute little things. Okay, this is also broken. It sounds kind of tinny. You can tell it's not real, so it's just going to go. I will probably actually fix that one. Somebody might like that one. Sometimes if they're really beat up, I just recycle them, and sometimes if they're in good shape and I can fix them in a minute, I'll put them in a bag and let them have somebody. These are glasses holders. They go on your glasses to hold them on, so you can take them on and off of those people who wear corrective lenses. Okay, this is interesting. The broken I have no idea what is going on with these. They're ends for the bottoms for jewelry. So these are just findings for jewelry. But they have some other beads wrapped on them. So I think somebody turned in their jewelry making kit is what happened. And this is just a bag of part of that. One earring. Some turquoise beads for beading. Somebody's going to have fun buying all these beads. Maybe I'll just put them as a lot and sell them online together. Okay, there's some red pierced earrings. I am sure they're not real just by the looks of them, but we can test them. Not magnetic, not real. So those will go and donate. Then we have this. These are plastic. You can hear them. And they were a part of more than one strand because you can tell by the clasp. And the other clasp is broken. Oh, wait, no, it's like that. Never mind. It's a 50s necklace, so it would have been like that. But the clasp's broken on both sides, and I don't think I would wear that. So I might be able to sell, just depending online, sometimes things are worth something or sometimes not, depending on who's looking. Okay, so my necklace that I saw in the store has got to be in this mess of tied up things. Plastic. Okay, so in the store, these are all caught in the bag. I could see they were caught in the bag, so I couldn't really get a good idea of what was in the bag. I could just tell that there was all these together, and I was trying to find out if there was one that was gold, and it looked like there was one that was gold through the bag, but now I'm not seeing it. And sometimes what happens is you tell them you want the bag and they carry it to the front. And sometimes this has happened where I keep shopping. So if I'm shopping for another hour in the store, sorry, I'm just trying to get them untied in the knots. So somebody will open the bag up at the front and take out the gold or silver or ring they might like or something. And then when I get home, the item is not in the bag. But if I go back and I say something, they're like, well, we don't have any proof of whatever. So, okay, let's see. I think I've got them most of them done. Okay, so there's a broken pewter eagle necklace. Park Lane. I'll have to look that up, but it doesn't look like it's really expensive stuff, but the bottom charms are kind of fun. There's a buffalo and an eagle. Almost looks like a Germany type of eagle. There's a hatchet and an arrow. So there's that. Here is a tiny little star necklace. That is not magnetic. Sorry, I got a staple stuck to the magnet. It's not magnetic. The clasp is interesting because it has a shorter and a longer version. me see if I can see anything on the clasp itself. Doesn't look like it's. I don't see anything written anywhere. Let's see if there's soldering on the. Probably not. It would have probably no. So there's not anything written on the clasp, but usually if you just look at the jump ring, you can see at the bottom there's kind of an opening. It's not soldered right where that bottom thing is. So usually that means that it's not real. Magnetic. So sometimes what they'll do is they'll mark it at sterling, but it might just be plated. And it just depends also where you get it from. Okay, so then there's this little necklace, and it's gold looking, but then the chain is tarnished, so that leads me to believe it's either it was gold plated over maybe silver, or it's like a electric field, gold filled. So it says 120 14 karat gold filled, I think is what it says on there. Let me see if I can see on the back of the charm. JCM is what's on the back of the charm. I don't know that name, brand, but or designer. So let me see. The reason I haven't shown you is because it's very hard to see. It's super, super reflective. 1/20th 14 karat gold, I think is what it says. So it's gold filled. Let's see if I can show you. Right there. Trying to get away from that reflection. Anyway, it says 1/20 14K GF is usually how they write that. So you can tell usually when they're like this dark color, but then the charm is different. It usually gold fill is not really worth anything. So, gosh, I'm wondering if, not quite sure. Just some charms, a crown and a key and a hawk. Not real. And this better be the gold, or somebody may have taken out the gold. Or maybe I did not see it. Oh, I see where it is. I was like, this doesn't look like this, what I remember seeing. Okay, I'll show you what happened. Okay, so this one says the giving keys. And it just has a little key copyright right there. There's a key. And then they have a cute little key down here. And it says joy on it. See that little key? Isn't that cute? But there's no markings on it's magnetic. So almost missed this. I was like, I know I saw gold in there. So this bead, this thingy that's, look at that. It's stuck on that thing right there. Darn it all, I almost missed it. So, because I'm like, I know I saw 14 karat gold in there, and then I looked, and this does look real. So I'll show you why I thought it was real in the bag, and then I looked further. And so when you see a real gold, it kind of has a mellow yellow color versus the bright. If it's really super shiny and bright, it's usually plated. And I'm going to show you the difference between, if I can get it off without breaking it, this gold piece versus the one I just showed you, the giving key one. They just have a different shininess and brightness, and the real gold is usually kind of a flatter yellower gold. And there are different colors of gold. Of course, there's white gold and rose gold and yellow gold, but it just has a more subtle, flat look to it than the polishy one. It's a mess. Look at this. I'm still trying to get it off, and my beads are falling off. I'm going to have to vacuum up all these beads. Oh, come on. It's so close to coming off, and now it's getting wrapped around other things. Well, I'll save the best for last anyway. Come on. So knotted. And that's the problem with real gold chains. They're usually, because they want to use the gold sparingly, they're very thin and fine. And if you pull them off, you can break them, which I have done a number of times when I've had them in knots and stuff. So you have to be really careful. And usually what I'll do is I get my finger in the knot. I'll try and show you. But this has so much weight on it that I'm trying not to. So I'll get my finger in the knot, and then I just kind of shake it. Oh, there we go. And then just kind of wiggle it. Let's see, it's got it wrapped around itself with all these different little plasticky. Okay, I keep thinking I almost have it, but I think the problem is this little plastic thing here. Shoot. Okay. Get that plastic off of there. The beads are getting stuck. So, come on. I don't want to break it. You know what I should do is just cut this stupid plastic off. It's a mess, this stupid one strand of plastic. Maybe I'll just leave it on there and show you it on there. Gosh, no wonder it was missed by whoever was sorting. It's like wrapped amongst all these other beads. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's getting looser now. There, we got that plasticky off. Now it should be a little easier to get off of this thing. I'm not. I can't get my finger in there. Maybe I'll just show you on here. I'm kind of in a hurry. Shoot. But since it is the last thing in the bag, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to undo the clasp on the gold necklace and see if I can shake it loose once it's unopened. So sometimes I have to do that. Sometimes if you do that, it makes it worse because then they just get more tangled. But sometimes if you can open them and then just start, there we go. So I'll take my fingernail and kind of just shake. And you see how it's kind of coming. That's the thing about these little gold chains. This happens all the time. In fact, sometimes they'll see the gold in there, but it's so knotted they'll just have to leave it because they don't have the time to take it when they're sorting all the jewelry. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you the difference. I'm holding it up because there's about 20 little knots in it. I've got it loose for the most part from just wrapped around the bottom right there. But there's so many knots right here that I can't do it. So I'm going to show you the difference without hopefully breaking it because the weight of this could break it. So I'm just going to hold them up like this. Can you see how this one is super shiny and bright, and this one kind of is a duller yellow? And you can kind of see how this reflects a lot brighter, and this is kind of more, absorbs a little bit more of the light and is not quite as shiny. And then let's do the magnet. Got staples all over. Get off of there. Can't get the staple off. Okay. Okay, so sometimes the clasps on gold will have a little bit of metal in them to make them stronger. So you can see it's not magnetizing at all to this thing, but it will on the clasp. And that's pretty common to make them stronger. And I talk about that, and I have a video where I share the differences between like 10 karat, 12 karat, 18 karat, and how to kind of eyeball them and in bags. And I show the difference on rings and things. So, and then I have another one that's older, and it's not the best, but it kind of shows how I sort my jewelry and put it in bags and store it at the bank in like little trays. And it's for emergency preparedness. You can make colloidal silver and gold out of gold and silver, which is like an antibiotic, natural antibiotic. And also I talk about how if there was an emergency, you can't carry gold bars or you can't carry gold coins very easily. If one person's carrying them, they're very heavy. Whereas if you're wearing jewelry, everybody's wearing some jewelry, your gold and silver is spread out amongst you if you ever had to like flee. I know of a man who actually sold his father's gold watch to buy a rat to feed his family when they were fleeing in Cambodia. So I just figure if we ever had to flee or buy somebody off or something, pay somebody off, you know, the Nazi Germany, they ended up paying people off with diamonds, gold, silver, and that kind of thing. So I was trying to get it off. I'm so close. I got the knots out of this part. So let me just show you where it's labeled. Don't break it. It's okay. It still has knots in the chain itself. So, all right. It's very faint. It's on the outside. So I don't want to break it. Hopefully you'll be able to see it. Right. Trying to get it out of the reflection for you. Okay, right there. It says 14K. See. There you go. A little bit better right there. 14K. So for $10, I got this cute little 14K necklace, and let's see if the charm has any markings. Sometimes the charms have writing on them. Sometimes the charms don't have writing on them. This is one of those little charms that opens up and holds a pearl, and I don't think it's real. Yeah, there's no markings, I don't think. I think it's probably plated. And also, they sometimes mark it on the inside of the loop, so like inside of there, but I'm not seeing any markings on it. So my guess is, yeah, see it's a little bit magnetic there. Oh, maybe that's the clasp. Let me move it down. Okay, no magnetism. So could be one of two things. I think it's probably made in somewhere like Thailand, and that when you pull it off, it opens up and you can put a pearl in there and then you can close it. So I'm wondering if it's not marked because it's from a country like that, or it's brass with copper or copper with gold plate. And because it's not, even the marking on the necklace isn't really fine. It's fine, but it's not like US made stamped gold. And so my thinking is it's from another country, and it's just kind of marked a little lighter than. because it looks like it could have been hand stamped versus made with a laser. So I'm thinking it might have been made in somewhere like they, you know, where they'll get freshwater pearls and let you pick the pearl and then you buy the necklace to put the pearl in, somewhere like the Philippines or Thailand is my guess, because they do have silver and gold there. China also does that, some places in China and or Japan, but just the make of it makes me think it's not from one of those places. So I think I got it off finally. Yay! We're free. Okay, so anyway, 14 karat gold is not a ton of weight, but at least the necklace is gold and it's not broken. So very happy about that. So that was like my one buy, but that necklace would definitely be worth $10 at 14 karat. It's not even 10, it's 14. So the value of that is definitely $10 worth. So, and then I got some recyclable stuff and I'll sell the beads with the rest of the stuff. This lady's going to be coming probably this week. So, and then also this, I think this is probably silver, just by the way it is, and tarnished. And we can do the tarnish test. So we do the tarnish test before I say goodbye. Yeah, I think it's silver. It's polishing up really pretty. So this is probably silver. Look how pretty it shines up. Really pretty. And tarnish. So pretty sure that's also bought somewhere, not the US made. Silver, and it might be marked somewhere, but I didn't take the time to look because I've been hurrying. I got a Zoom meeting right now. So check out my blog, thesecretisgratitude.com, and I have a ton of 2,600 posts or something so far, and then on my YouTube channel, The Secret is Gratitude, on YouTube, I have quite a few jewelry videos and how-to videos and some just life videos and some great tips, hacks, life hacks. So check that out. I appreciate you watching so much. If you like, thumbs up, subscribe. Even if you don't subscribe, thumbs up so that I can get some more analytics going on. YouTube's new analytics system is you get rated on the thumbs up. So if you like it, thanks, and share it. I appreciate you watching, and I hope you have a very blessed day.